The two rappers were rumored to be rivals, but police say they are not aware of any connection in the murders.
We at Primetime have been reporting on the violence in the world of rap music. This week, that world took another ugly turn when one of the best-selling rap artists was killed in Los Angeles in a hail of gunfire. Tonight, that murder remains unsolved.
He left a party in Los Angeles. Wallace, also known as Biggie Smalls, was shot from a passing vehicle.
Rap world has been shaken again, this time by the violent death of the performer known as Notorious B.I.G.
Murder of the popular rap star known as the Notorious B.I.G. It happened.
It was outside of Los Angeles Automobile Museum following a music.
It was in his green Suburban.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, Rap Attack, Mr. Magic Molly Mall.
Rap is just a bunch of swears and random rhymes. This is the opinion of a few, but not the majority. Rap is for the people who listen to the entirety of the music, not for the people who only hear the words. In every song, there's a meaning beyond the words. The many people that were impacted by his music thought of Biggie as a king.
Baby mothers 8 months, her little sisters too. Who's to blame for both of them?
Chris Wallace was born on May 21st, 1972 in Brooklyn, New York. More specifically, he grew up on Fulton Street, a place filled with drug dealing and gang violence. Chris's dad, Swaylon George Latour, left the family when Chris was 2 years old. On the other hand, Valletta Wallace, his mom, worked 2 jobs to provide for Chris. Chris had a special way with words. He practiced freestyling and rapping in his free time with his friends. One day, Chris decided to meet up with his neighbor, Donald Harrison, to record some of his rhymes.
One of the things that we worked on was putting what a snare drum did in bebop drumming into the rhythm of a rhyme. So if you slow one of those ideas down like put some lyrics to that, you can hear that Notorious B.I.G. was accenting those notes and rhyming in a way that exudes all the finer qualities of a bebop drum solo. It's incredible.
Look in the sky and wonder why most MCs' alibis won't comply with my style of rhyme or rhyming or rap. It's not a trap. My rhyme just snap. Miles and miles for a while. My rhymes are once in a pie. Now I put them on fire. Hey.
It was only a matter of time before the pull of the streets got him. At the young age of 12, he decided to start dealing because he thought it would get him quick, easy cash. Chris still rapped on the side as a hobby. He was known as a great freestyle on the streets. The person that really helped him and convinced him to start rapping instead of dealing was his friend, Roland Ollie Young. Ollie was someone that pushed Big to really pursue his dreams. If you make it, then we all make it, Ollie said. Sadly, Ollie was shot by Big's uncle, a gang boss. This affected Big tremendously, and he reflected about it in his album, Ready to Die.
I don't wanna live no more. Sometimes I hear death knocking at my front door. I'm living every day like a hustle. Another drug juggle. Another day, another struggle. I don't wanna live no more.
He was not an artist that was out there seeking a record deal. He was really entrenched in the struggle of just being this young black dude coming up in Brooklyn during that time.
Yo, 50, what's this? No murderer, mass mayhem maker. BIT's on the mic, call the Undertaker. Make an appointment, schedule an interview. Because you know what big man's about to do. 50 grand on the technique.
Puff Diddy Combs, another one of Biggie's best friends and mentors, taught Biggie how to control his power in the rap industry and maintain it.
Took me out of a dangerous game, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was selling drugs real hard, you know? And when I got the record deal, all I got cut short. So it's like he Jesus to me, you know what I'm saying? Because he just saved me. And it's real, and I go all out.
Now, I ain't saying none of that. I'm not Jesus.
To
Jesus.
Me, I look at him like, Jesus. I say Jesus.
And the next question is, watch out for the...
Put it to your headpiece, one in the chamber. The safety is off, release straight at your dome. Homes, I want to see cabbage. Biggie Small the Savage.
Big's best friend was his mom. However, she hated his music. But what she tried to do was do her hardest to support him. She was part of the reason that Biggie even made it out of the hood. She stood as a motivation for him. Chris to Biggie. Poor to rich. Drug dealing to famous. Bandanas and Timberlands to bowler hats and dress shoes. Biggie knew he had a special talent with rhyming. He had a passion to pursue, and he decided to chase it. The most important thing is that everything Big did had some amount of generosity. When he dealt, he gave the money to his ball. When he was famous, he bought stuff for other people. Even when Big was famous, he didn't forget about the people who helped him. The deaths of Biggie, Tupac, and other hip-hop legends marked the end of the 90s hip-hop era. However, they're the face of the 90s rap industry, and what we remember when we think about the entrepreneurs of rap. Big was a pioneer in the industry that deeply influenced other rappers, especially those of Brooklyn. Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur were friends. They shared the unique experiences of being successful rappers who made it out of the hood and had the goal to better the world. Although this friendship did not last for long. An incident where Tupac Shakur got robbed and shot at Quad Studios shook up beef between Biggie and Tupac. Tupac blamed Biggie for the shooting, and the flame got larger when Big released Who Shot Ya, which was perceived as a diss by the West.
Who shot ya? Separate the weak from the opsa. Leap hard to creep them Brooklyn streets.
Suge Knight called out Big and Puffy at the 1995 Source Awards. This caused even more tension between the coasts.
I'd like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up. We ride with him. And one other thing I'd like to say, any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
Tupac also released the diss Hit 'Em Up a year after in 1996.
We keep on coming while we running for your juice. Steady gunning, keep on busting at them fools. You know the rules.
Pac was shot to death in a drive-by shooting in the same year. This caused a disruption between the coasts and the rap community, with some wanting the beef to end, and others taking even more aggressive stands. Big continued to work on his album Life After Death even harder after Pac's death. One of the songs in the album, Hypnotize, needed recording for the music video in LA. However, this was a bad time to go due to the heat brewing between the East and West Coast. Big and his crew still decided to go. After they finished recording, they went to the Soul Train Awards before calling it a night. As Biggie was driving out in his green Suburban, he stopped at a red light. Another car pulled up to that light. All of a sudden, they started to shoot, and Big was the target. He died in that same shooting on March 9th, 1997, but his inspiration lived on. His funeral procession was held 9 days after his death on March 18, 1997. Everybody in Brooklyn came to see the cars drive by in the streets. Somebody turned on the radio and started to play Hypnotize. The people went into a riot.
Come on. Hot, sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Don't think, stink pink gators. My Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right. If they head right, Biggie there, and I. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose.
He wrote about difficult topics that were relatable for anyone who's feeling unsafe and responsible for making things right. Biggie wrote about the pressure to take care of the people around him, and he used swears to express these feelings, not just to be cool.
Don't say Brooklyn, we did it. All of
He made questionable life decisions like getting into gangs to get quick cash so that his mom didn't have to hold down 2 jobs and could see him more. Many people in the world feel obligated to do things like this. Doesn't mean they're bad people? No. It means that they care so much about others that it puts them in a crippling situation. This action is called trying to make things right within your means. Therefore, people who deal with problems of worry, guilt, or anything that isn't the total feeling of safe will directly and personally relate to Biggie. That's why he was such a generational rapper, because of how truly relatable he was. Big was someone that didn't let anything stop him. He grew up in poverty with no father, his mother always working and not being around, and on Drug Avenue. However, he never stopped chasing his rap dreams. He used hardships as inspiration that he could share with others and spread his hope. We can learn from Chris on how we shouldn't let hurdles hold us back, but propel off of them. We can also learn how to never forget those who helped him get where he was. Big said, "If I make it, then you all make it too." That was the mindset that he had. And after all, that is the Brooklyn way.
Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri, Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know, you know.